You are welcome. The topic before us today is compound interest. And this formula that I write on the board, I want you to take note of it, because this formula method is far better than calculating compound interest using simple interest method, where you have to calculate the simple interest. For instance, if you want to find the compound interest for 3 years, you have to calculate simple interest for the first year, the second year, the third year. You keep on adding till you get your final answer. That method will too be long. So this formula method is very short. All what you need to know is to know the formula. Total amount, which is denoted as A, is equals to P into bracket 1 plus R over 100 raised to power n. And the compound interest is A minus P, which is amount minus principal. So therefore, compound interest formula will now be P into bracket 1 plus R over 100 raised to power n minus P, where P means principal, R means rate, and n means time. And this time that we are talking about is the number of years. So let's solve these two relevant examples on compound interest. The first question, we are asked to find the compound interest on loan of 3,000 naira for 3 years at 2% per annum. So from this question now, our principal is 3,000 naira. And our n, which is the number of years, which is the time, is 3. While the rate is 2%. So the first thing to calculate is the amount. Is the total amount, which is denoted as A, which is equals to P into bracket 1 plus R over 100 raised to power n. So from this question now, our P is 3,000. All what we need to do is to substitute the value of all these non-variable. I call them non-variable because the values have been given. So we are going to have 3,000 in bracket of 1 plus our rate is 2 over 100 raised to power 3. Then we are going to have 3,000 plus 1 into 2 divided by 100 will give us 0.02 raised to power 3. Then we are going to have 3,000 1 plus 0.02 will give us 1.02 raised to power 3. And we are going to raise 1.02 raised to power 3. And the answer will be, by the time we press our calculator, we are going to have 3,000 1.061 208. Then we are going to multiply 3,000 by that value. All what you need to do is to press your calculator. You are going to have 3,183 naira 0.624. So the next thing to calculate now is our compound interest. So therefore, our compound interest, which is amount minus principal. You know, I cracked a joke in my previous video that this principal that we talks about means the amount that we borrow, not the head of the school. So this will give us 3,183 naira 62.624 minus 3,000, which is our principal. So the final answer here will be 183 naira 62 kobo. So that's our final answer for the first question. So now let's proceed further to solve the second question. Find the compound interest on 4,500 for 3 years at 5% rate. So from this question now, our principal is 4,500 and n, which is the number of years, is 3 and the rate is 5. So our formula for the total amount, which is A, is equal to P into bracket 1 plus R over 100 raised to power n. So our P here is 4,500 naira in bracket of 1 plus 5 over 100 raised to power 3. Then we will have 4,500 naira in bracket of 1 plus this 5 over 100. We are going to express it in decimal form. We are going to have 0.05 raised to power 3. Remember that it is only this number within the bracket that is raised to power 3, not all. Take note of that. Using BODMAS. So we are going to have 4,500. By the time we add 1 plus 0.05, we are going to have 1.05 raised to power 3. All you need to do is to press your calculator, 1.05 raised to power 3, or probably you multiply 1.05 in 3 places. And by the time you do that, your answer will be 1.157 1.157625. So the next thing to do is to multiply them together. So let's press our calculator and do that. We are going to have 5,209 naira 0.3125. Then we are going to calculate our compound interest. Therefore, this is therefore symbol in mathematics. Take note of that. Compound interest is equals to amount minus principal. So we are going to have 5,200.31. That is 5,209 naira 31 kobo. I said to round it up to 2 decimal places, minus 4,500 naira, which is our principal. Then our answer will be 709 naira 31 kobo. So I want to encourage you to solve those 2 questions above. The first question says, find the compound interest on 2,800 naira for 4 years at 2% per annum. And question 2 asks us to find the compound interest on 6,300 naira for 3 months at 5% per annum. In that question 2, all what you need to do is to express 3 months in form of years. So you are going to have 3 over 12. Take note of that. So see your answers in comment section. Thank you. My name is Facilitator Oluwatola Michael Success. See you next time.